Look, it took a long time to get here. I climbed up hill in a snowstorm with no footwear. It seems like Drumatic just popped up out of nowhere.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Drumatic. Today we're going to do another Logic. This one's a little more, I guess this one's a little more relevant at the moment, so I figured I'd jump on this one too. The other one's about a month old. Really wasn't on it. It wasn't bad. You know, when I give someone a 2.5 and people are like, oh, it just sounds like Logic, I agree, but you gotta remember, I try and hold people to their own standards. So if Logic's not up to par, which is an average, which is a 3, then I'm just gonna give him a little under an average if I don't really like it as much as his average music. Does that make sense? It's usually how I base it, you know. So sometimes people are like, oh, well, why did you give his flow this and his flow that? Well, really, at the end of the day, I only do that because I'm kind of comparing them to themselves. It's not fair to compare Twisted's flow to Common's because they're just different. So anyway, we got another Logic song today, and I guess he's got a new album coming out, so people are pretty excited about that. I've been a Logic fan for quite a while. I like his flow. Ever since I heard the first song by him, Nasty, not the first song, but you know what I mean. It was the first time I had heard him, and it was a freestyle video that I watched, and like I said, I don't know if it was a freestyle or not. It just said Nasty freestyle on the video. You know how that is. You probably didn't freestyle necessarily. Some people are going to call you out like, wasn't a freestyle? Well, most of them ain't. So Logic's really made a name for himself over the last few years. He was just a kid coming up from Maryland, good rapper. No one really knew about him, but after I heard his mixtape, the Young Sinatra mixtape, Shine On and other songs on it, and I was really like, damn, I remember I listened to Shine On probably every day for months, because he's got songs like that that you just can't stop playing. So Logic is definitely a good artist. He definitely makes good music, and that's why if you hear me ripping him or saying anything bad or like, oh, this isn't as good as his old stuff or any of that, it's simply me just telling you straight up, like, this ain't what I like about Logic, and this ain't as good as it used to be in my eyes. But I'm just comparing him to himself. So if it doesn't hold up to Logic standards, then I'm just going to kind of give him a hard time for it, just like I would any other artist. We're going to see him probably get a 3. If he's really impressing me, then you'll see something better than that, probably a 4 or 5. So let's check Everybody Dies Out by Logic. The horns come in at the very beginning. I was kind of hoping that that was going to be the loop, and this is going to come off like that, because that would have been fire.
What you all been waiting for, ain't it? Rap game on me, I've been waiting for the payment. All these little rappers come and go under where they went. 10 years and running, we came up from the basement. That's what you all been waiting for, ain't it? Rap game on me, I've been waiting for the payment. All these little rappers come and go under where they went.
So far it's just a hook at the beginning. Haven't heard anything besides that, but the hook sounds cool. With him saying on the hook, this is what you've been waiting for, ain't it? Kind of makes me think that he's going to approach the whole not supporting his music or changing up or switching lanes, stuff like that. But really, at the end of the day, if he doesn't take the approach, then hey, I was wrong. But if he does take the approach, all I can say about that is, as far as artistry goes and just being an MC and just making music, people aren't always going to like your stuff, man. Like, you can be on a run, dude. Next thing you know, you're just making bad music. I could be doing good reviews, and then I start doing bad ones. People start unsubscribing. It's just the business. It's how it works.
10 years and running, we came up from the basement. Grew up broke as fuck, rich folks was adjacent. Maryland staring out the window for motivation. I remember Lil Bobby, Lil B. Man, I wish that I could be a dog in a rich family. Oh, how nice would that shit be? My life a catastrophe. Now my shit a masterpiece. No limit like masterpiece.
So what I said in the last review I did on Logic's The Return was he kind of gets repetitive. Like, once you've heard Logic once, you've heard Logic 1,000 times. He kind of does the same few flows most of the time. Lyric-wise, he's kind of been stuck in the same lane for a while. Sometimes he tries to go political. Yes, I know a lot of people are kind of like, no, steer away from that. I'm one of those. But other than that, I think he does a good job at just flowing and rapping. Well, he does all that really well. It's just he needs to really, I think he needs to work a little bit harder on pushing the pen. I think what it is he's writing books and doing all these other things and touring and all that. He just doesn't have time to really sit down and write complex stuff. And so you're not getting the hungry Logic that we used to get during the mixtape stuff.
I am not top 10, more like top 3. I am not 2, cause nobody could top me. Get Get the pussy wet like Jodeci, you know it's me. I can't seem to put my finger on it like a rotary, but something's missing from the game when I'm gone. Oh, it's me. I feel sorry for these rappers coming up. Woe is me. I just took a hiatus and wrote a novel, motherfucker. I got more verses than the Holy Bible, motherfucker. Cause
I got more verses than the Holy Bible, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, you can just do better than that. I mean, me as an MC myself, I try and raise the bar and think outside the box. If a line like that comes to my head, can I think of something a little more clever? Has that been said probably 1,000 times? Probably not going to say it. But Logic chooses to say a lot of those bars, and that's why I always knock him for it. But as far as him being an MC, like I said, I like him. I like his music. He's made way more songs I like than songs I dislike, so how could I say I'm not a Logic fan? It's just this right here sounds like Logic.
I'm sitting on 5 unreleased albums, greatest of all time, no lying, that's the outcome. I do it for the boom bap, the trap, and the radio. Fuck a fake fan stepping to me trying to play me, ho. I make music for every genre, every occasion. My shit is amazing, I'm blazing, it's insane. Going crazy in the gym, going in games. Had a lot of dark nights, but bitch, I've been Bane.
And when he says, no, I'm not top 10, I'm top 3, it makes me wonder, like, do you really believe that? Do you really believe you're a top 3 rapper in all of hip-hop? If anybody that's watching this believes that also, I would love to have a conversation on hip-hop with you about MCs. I would love to have a sit down or in my comments, just chat it out. I will go live, FaceTime, it doesn't matter. I would love to talk hip-hop with you and show you a few people and see if you still think he's top 3.
I was born in the darkness like Rick James, bitch. Sipping Scotch, swishing Pell after the Grammy. Said them countries wasn't shitholes, they probably wanna ban me. Cause I say the shit that others won't, probably can't stand me. Like these rappers claim to hate me, but they stand me. I said these rappers claim to hate me, but they motherfucking stand me. They hate what I represent, but bitch I am me. They hate what I represent, but bitch I am me. It's
Ladies and gentlemen, Logic.
nothing but legendary shit that be going on, the phenomenon.
You're watching a master.
That's what you all been waiting for, ain't it? Rap game on me, I've been waiting for the payment. All these little rappers come and go under where they went. 10 years and running, we came up from the basement.
That was Everybody Dies by Logic. Let's review this bad boy. The beat was cool. Like I said, it started off with like some horns, and it really would have been hip-hop if they just looped that and made a beat out of that. So they didn't. They went a different route. They used a sample and went 808 style and kind of made it more trap. He raps more hip-hop on it than he does kind of like trap. It's not really flown in that style. As far as the beat goes in general, it's a good beat. I think it's just kind of a typical beat for today's market, so let's just give it an average score of 3. The flow. Flow is always one of his strong points. Logic definitely knows how to rap. None of us are ever going to argue that. Let's just get straight to it and give him a 4. He did a good job of just being Logic and rapping like he always does. Content. Now I give him a hard time sometimes about going in circles and making the same kind of music and lyrically just not changing very much, you know. Somebody said to me when I did a review on The Return, you said you didn't like the hook, but you liked his old stuff off Young Sinatra, and that hook was from Dear God. Yes, it was from Dear God, but what I was saying is I didn't like the hook, so I didn't like it on Dear God either. My tribute to Logic has always been, hey bro, you're true to hip hop. You're a good writer, you're a good rapper, you always have a positive message. There's a lot of good things I can say about Logic. But really when it comes to hooks, sometimes he struggles. A lot of rappers do. I've always said on this show, dude, rappers don't make very good hooks. I don't know why they don't like to go outside and get it, but I think it's, they don't want to pay and they just try and keep it in-house. So do it yourself, save money. Okay. It just loses quality if you ask me. As far as the content goes, I think he just had Logic doing what he always does, the same vocabulary, rhyming the same words, same rhyme pattern. So let's just go with an average 3 for Logic because that's what it was for me. The hook. I'd say the hook's a little bit better than The Return. I wasn't real big on the hook on The Return song, so this hook was average, so you know what an average gets, a 3. So it sounds to me like this song overall is going to get a 3. Because that's usually what Logic would probably get from me unless it's a song like Walk On By or Shine On or, you know, some of his old stuff where he was really rocking. Even 44 Bars would get 5 stars from me. He's got songs that are classics in my eyes that I absolutely love. They'll be on every playlist I make. It's just right now, I need Logic to step it up and really do what he does best. If you gotta quit writing books, bro. If you gotta quit writing novels and stuff and just stick to writing hip-hop, man, then do it, man, because I'm a big fan. I just need more from you. But this is an average 3. This is your boy Drumatic Reviews. Make sure you subscribe. Y'all are the shit. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Take responsibility for me, but not for you. I'm living independently, and best believe I gotta prove. So many things to say, I know I should have said to you, but